guys, I'm Zach Dodd with Collins Property Group, and this is Around Town Gainesville. Today I'm with Phil Benelli, owner of Hopewell Farms. Thanks for having us today, man.
Thanks for being here.
Beautiful day today. So let's go over some stuff. Tell us a little bit about the farm. How long have you owned it? How many acres are on the farm? How big is the operation?
Yeah, thanks. Hopewell Farm, so we're a regenerative farm, which basically means we are looking to raise agricultural products, which for us are grass-fed beef, pastured chicken, pastured turkey, pastured pork, and eggs.
Yeah.
But to do so in a way that doesn't just create delicious, nutritious food, but regenerates the topsoil. So we want to use the animal impact in our farming practices to build up a healthier ecosystem. And we do that through a variety of ways. 43 acres.
Yeah.
And like I said, we sell meat, a lot of tasty meat, and we do corporate team building events, which is a lot of fun.
Okay, cool. What brought you into this line of work?
Total accident.
Yeah.
I lived on Club Drive, and
Yeah,
in 2019, we wanted a couple acres to just play on with our kids. We have 4 kids,
Yeah.
12, 10, 8, and 6 currently.
Yeah.
And so we found this house on 10 acres. We said, cool. But it ended up, it was part of a 43-acre farm. They're going to sell the 33 around it separate.
Okay.
And I did not want anyone to build a subdivision around my little home.
No.
So, but I couldn't afford the whole thing. And then I realized, hey, if I rent out the basement of the house, I could cover the rest of the land. So I did. And then I was like, hey, maybe I want to have some cows. And then it just went crazy from there. And
blew up.
Blew up. And we harvest about 20 beef cows a year.
Okay.
We have a dairy cow, Lottie Bell. This year we should process about 2,200 chickens, 50 hogs, and about 200 turkeys.
Wow. So you mentioned your family.
Yes.
And you have 4 children, is that correct?
4 kiddos.
Do they help around? I mean, you can't just be doing this all by yourself.
Yeah.
If you can, I mean, I commend you, but.
I was for a long time. But they don't do a whole lot because they're busy doing other fun stuff, you know. But
homeschooling
the homeschooling,
Yeah.
you know, they do the normal sports and stuff.
Yeah.
But my son collects the eggs.
Yeah.
And then they do help me with random things. They're an excellent pig catching crew. If pigs get out, it's like 4 kiddos.
Sure, that's a show.
They gotta be ready. They're
Right.
like fire jumpers. You know, they gotta be ready to go and act. So they're great at that. As they get older, they probably will engage more because since we sell to consumers,
Sure.
there's really like something for everybody. Like my son is very good with equipment, my older son.
Yeah.
My daughter, she loves being creative, and I just really picture her making like face creams out of our grass-fed beef tallow.
Right.
So there's kind of something for everybody because it's a complete business
Right.
that is just based around a farm.
That's phenomenal. That really is truly phenomenal. So out of all the animals, what do you think they're your favorites?
Besides,
Talked about the pigs. They're cute.
Besides the kids, they're my favorite animals. But the pigs are definitely my favorite.
Yeah.
And a couple reasons. One, I like bacon. But 2, they're very personable. They really kind of are like dogs. Like they're very smart. They're very playful. Some of them really like when you give them belly rubs.
Oh, sure.
But I love that, you know, all the animals on my farm, they live a significantly better life than a meat that you got from the grocery store. But the pigs, to the greater degree. Pigs are made to root around in the dirt of the forest and eat grubs, roots, all sorts of stuff. And my pigs do that. They move every week through the woods.
Yeah.
Well, an industrially raised pig lives on a concrete slat or a concrete floor or a plastic slat. So it lives on a surface which it can never root into.
Right.
Which, I'm just telling you, if you saw the pigs rooting, that's all that their heart and soul longs for besides food.
Right.
And so they just can't express their natural behavior. So we let animals express their natural behavior the way God made them. That makes them tastier and more nutritious.
Absolutely.
But it brings me joy
Yeah.
just to have them get to be pigs.
Right. Do what they're literally made to
That's
do.
what they're made to do.
Be comfortable, not on some concrete slab. That's terrible. Well, I mean, that's so cool. Give us a typical breakdown of kind of what goes into running a farm from sun up to sundown in a couple minutes.
Yeah, well, I break it down, and I think this is useful for all of life. Chores and projects. Every day there are chores. The cows need to be moved. They're moved every day. They don't get feed. They're only grass-fed. But every day I move them with electric fence. They have to be moved. I have to make sure they have access to water. Chickens, pigs, turkeys, They have to be fed, watered, moved. So there's things that have to happen for things to stay alive. It's priority number one.
Yeah.
But then there are projects which I need to allocate different time to. And projects should do one of two things: move the operation forward. So we just built this poultry processing facility,
Right.
which will allow us to harvest all our own birds to sell directly to consumers. That's a major project. That will take our operation from here to here.
Yeah.
Then I need to do projects. When you're walking up, we were embarking on fixing all the fences for the next 2 weeks.
Yeah.
That is going to minimize my chores and my daily burden because animals won't get out.
Right.
So every day I have to, it doesn't matter, Sunday, Christmas, every day. The cows got to be milked, animals have to be fed. But then you have to allocate time and resources to doing projects if you want to make things better.
Exactly. Right. Okay. So tell us, we kind of went over some of your exports, right? What would you say is the most exports? Because you have meat cows, obviously, eggs, you have 20, how many chickens do you say that you go through?
This year it should be about 2,000 to 2,200.
Wow. So would it be meat or eggs, or what do you think is your biggest export to consumers?
Meat, because it's all different cycles. So a cow on our grass-fed system takes 2.5 years to harvest.
Yeah.
But it's going to be 400 pounds of meat, and I'll do 20 cows a year.
Some of the best ribeye I've ever had, by the way. Our first time coming, man, that was the best ribeye I think I've had in my life. No, not even, no joke.
Thank you.
Really amazing. So you say meat's probably your biggest.
Yeah, definitely meat. The beef, number one. Then pigs, they take 8.5 months. So they take a third of the time.
Yeah.
They're going to yield half the meat, but you can do way more of them. And then chickens are going to be like 5 pounds each, but I can do thousands of them.
Yeah.
So it's just, the cows are bigger hits, but the chickens are more frequent. So we're doing a lot. We're scaling up our eggs because we're looking to do weekly delivery.
Oh.
So we're going to deliver fresh eggs to people's houses for free every week. And then as long as they get a couple other things too. So it'll be like eggs, fresh eggs from like that day with a pound of ground beef and some boneless, skinless chicken breast, or with some ribs and this and that. So it's all scaling up.
So that brings it straight to my next question: was do you supply other local restaurants with any product too? I assume you probably have some.
Yeah, most of what we do is retail, direct to consumer.
Okay.
They generally come pick up on the farm because they like to come.
Sure.
But we do partner selectively with a few local restaurants. Antebellum is a wonderful partner.
Yeah.
We supply pork loin to them, which they cut into the most delicious pork chops you'll ever have. Yeah. And then their sister restaurant, Caroline's, on Main and downtown Flowery Branch.
Yes.
I could not recommend highly enough, and they carry our grass-fed ground beef for their burgers.
Okay.
So it is not part of my strategy to sell to a whole lot of restaurants because I like feeding people directly, but I love working with Chef Nick because he just really does things with excellence, and it's just kind of fun to be his partner.
Okay. Wow, that's phenomenal. So if people want to get in touch with you, come do you said free tours of the
free farm tours
how
on
often
Saturdays.
You get Saturdays? Okay.
We probably do it 3 Saturdays a week. Just if sometimes I have a gymnastics meet for one of my girls to go to.
Sure.
But generally Saturdays at 10. Go to our website, hopewellfarmsga.com. Hopewell Farms, plural, ga.com. And you can message me, see when the next farm tour is. But we love having that. That's completely free.
Yeah.
Bring your whole family, bring 100 people, I don't care. We love sharing this. I mentioned I was not looking to be a farmer.
Yeah.
It has become a very consuming passion. And the way it all came about, I didn't go through the whole story, but it's like, what a blessing. I never thought I'd have this 43-acre farm. So I really feel like it did not occur for no reason or just for my good. So I just love sharing it with people. So we love getting to teach about regenerative ag and just get people out on a fun, tangible, all natural environment.
Yeah. See where your food comes from.
See where your food comes from. So for Thanksgiving, we did a bunch of turkeys.
The turkeys, oh man, yeah.
So we harvested them here.
Yeah.
And we wanted to be fresh, never frozen.
Yeah.
So we were harvesting them Monday and Tuesday of Thanksgiving week, and people were coming to pick up this bird that had never been frozen. And it took us longer. Everything you want to do is harder than you think. So we scaled up a lot, and we were behind. So as people were coming, I'm like rinsing my hands off to go get their money and get them their order, and then going back to harvesting turkeys. So a lot of people, I was like, hey, would you like to see how it's processed?
Yeah.
And a lot of people were kind of squeamish about that, as you might imagine.
Sure.
But then they all just walked away just thinking it was great, because it is really cool to see
Absolutely,
how
no doubt.
it's done,
Yeah.
where your Thanksgiving turkey comes from.
Yeah. Are you going to do that this year as
Definitely. I'm going to make it more of an event.
Okay.
I want it to be where it's something like people go as a family and get their Christmas tree.
Same.
They come here to get their turkey.
Get their turkey. Phenomenal. Phil Benelli, guys, come give him a visit. I really appreciate you, man.
Thank you,
Thanks
sir.
so much. Yeah, we'll see you next time.
Hey, and
Bye.
talk to them to get your own farm somewhere. They'll help you find one.
We can help you lease, buy, or rent one. We'll see you later. Bye, guys.